Fnaf Security Breach. It has quite a wide range of animatronics, leading from this tiny little guy to a woman in a bunny costume. Even though it's technically not an animatronic, but it can still kill you. I wanted to rank each in one of these, and I wanted to see which was the most deadly and the least deadly. So I've done some research into it, and to be honest, I was pretty surprised in which came out at the top. And just to clarify, this is my opinion that I'm saying, it's not 100% guaranteed, but it's probably going to be pretty close to what it would actually be. Let me know how you'd put them in the comments, because you might agree with me entirely and think the rank is perfect, or you might just want to change a few things around. So let me know, and I think that'd be quite interesting to have a look at. Anyway, enjoy. The most harmless animatronic, which I think everyone can agree, is just a plain staff bot. Nothing special about them, just a plain staff bot that does nothing. Well, they only really exist in two places, in this area here, in the tunnels in the start of the game, and in Bonnie Bowl with those counter ones that are dressed up in some sort of thing. But otherwise, they essentially do nothing. You can't hit them with the fast camera or anything, so they're just there. Next up is Sun. Now he is a nuisance, that's definitely something, but he can't actually kill you. There used to be a glitch in the 1.0 version that he could kill you, but that's been well patched by now, and it's really hard to get that, even through glitches. So really he's pretty harmless, apart from being very annoying. But I will say, probably one of the most glitchy characters in this entire game, since I broke him quite a lot when just getting this footage. By like getting his voice to change to moons and making him sad. No idea how, but he's just sad now. Now next I've got Afton, mainly because he can't actually kill himself. He is completely harmless to Gregory, but the only reason he's actually remotely above anyone else is because of his hacking ability. Being able to take over Freddy and actually make Freddy kill Gregory. Even though I'm classing that as a Freddy kill, but hey. Now we have the security bots and janitor bots, since they basically do the same thing. Now, these guys by themselves aren't really that bad, but it's one ability they have to call backup. Basically, Chica, Roxy, or Monty, and everyone knows they're lethal if they get on you, most likely. So these guys are only anywhere here because of their backup ability, and without it they'd probably be at the very bottom with the normal staff bots. Now this one's going to be slightly different, because I'm going to include DG Music Man, the Mini Music Man, Vanny, Vanessa, and the Blob, since for the amount of time they actually show up in the game, they do basically the same thing. Basically what that means is they basically don't show up in the game enough, and if they did, they'd maybe be different from each other, but for the amount of time they're in the game, they really just equal out, and then all get the same place on the rank, you could say. In 9th place we have Freddy. Now he only really kills you if Gregory, or the player, messes up in some way, like doing parts and service. If they hit the wrong button, or they forget something, or do this or do that, run out of power, then Freddy will jump scare them. So really it's only the player's fault with Freddy jump scaring them. But sometimes it can catch people off guard and they'll get jump scared by him. Now we have the Endo. These guys can be terrifying, especially when you first play the game, as you don't really know how they work, and that's the main threat by them. If you don't know how they work, they will most likely kill you. Now the way they do work though is if you look at them, they won't move, look away, they do move. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get hold of. But once you know that information, they're really easy to deal with, hence why they're 9th place. Now we have Shattered Monty. Just look at this guy. How is he going to kill you well? He's not. You can hit him with the camera, you can hit him with the Plasma Blaster, and he's tiny, he can barely move very fast, and he's pretty useless. The only reason he's high on this list is because he is hard to spot. He's really small, so you could probably get jump scared by him pretty easily without you even realising he's there. But the camera cancel can always come in handy. And yes, I am including shattered and non-shattered animatronics. Now we have just unshattered or normal Chica. Chi is kind of the base standard animatronic, you could say. The one that is fast and not fast, okay, and just average really, over all of them. She also isn't really that terrifying, and none of the animatronics here really are. But she can be pretty lethal at times, especially when she's right behind you, because she can actually sprint when she's right behind you. But I think she actually does have a sort of stamina bar, so she doesn't sprint all of the time. So Gregory can actually escape. So she's probably one of the easier animatronics unshattered to escape from. Next up we have normal or unshattered Monty. Now he has a pretty special thing with his sunglasses, being able to not be stunned, so if he's chasing you, you basically have to sprint away, you can't just stop them permanently. Now luckily he isn't exactly the fastest and also jumps and slows himself down really by just doing that, but sometimes can actually launch at you and kill you. Overall he's kind of just a Chica ramped up a bit but then also nerfed a bit, if you know what I mean. Next up on the list we have Shattered Chica. Now she is pretty similar to normal Chica, probably being slightly faster and sounding a lot more terrifying, but overall probably isn't that much different to her. The only real reason she's up here is because she's slightly faster and a lot more terrifying, especially in the sewer areas, especially that single corridor that I'm thinking of, because I did not like that. But anyway, she's pretty easy to deal with, can be camera cancelled, slash the thingies, you know, all that stuff. So really pretty basic to deal with still. In third place we have Roxy, unshattered and just normal. For some reason Roxy has so much better pathfinding than Chica and Monty, and I have no idea why. Like just look at this foot, like literally going round the plant pot to Gregory, and the other two we just lost interest. I don't even understand. And then anyway, she's one of the fastest animatronics out of all of them, and also has the jump, which can slow her down in some cases, but overall still very, very powerful over the other ones. She can be camera cancelled, flash with the Fazzle Blaster, all that stuff, so she's not exactly the most dangerous animatronic. However, other things could be said about the Shattered Roxy. Now, this is the same pathfinding as the other Roxy, apart from that it cannot be camera cancelled, and will basically never lose interest in you. As you can see here, she's still walking towards me, and I basically run far, far away from where she was, so pretty dangerous if you ask me. And the only way to scare her off is using the voice box upgrade from Chica that you put in Freddy. And if you haven't got that yet, well, good luck trying to escape her, because that's going to be impossible. And first place is taken by this absolutely mental animatronic. Just look at this thing. He can literally kill you in Freddy. That's all you have to say and he takes first place. Along with that, he always knows where Gregory is, and he will always kill Gregory at the end of the hour. If this thing was around all the time, I think this game would be impossible. And completely impossible at that. Now if you have enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, because it does mean quite a bit. And remember to put your ideas in the comments, because I'll put the list that I made in the comments so it's easier for you to read what I put, if you agree with me or not, and you can just change a few things around, because I think it'd be quite interesting to know what your ideas would be on this.